Hello, you guys. I am trying something new where I am using a microphone, a little audio interface, and Ableton. Ableton is a digital audio workspace predominantly used for music making. Not that you guys give a fuck, but just wanted to try something new to have better audio. I do not have the best video recording device. What I was using was my iPhone 11 for the past several videos that I uploaded. And I must admit, my iPhone 11 has been holding up pretty damn well. I think this is a phone that I've had the longest. I got this phone weeks before everything shut down during the pandemic. Yeah, me on this phone have been through a lot. It has seen me with not one but two boyfriends. That holds a lot of memories. Moving on. I wanted to speak with you guys today on something that viscerally spoke to me this year in 2025. As we wrap up 2025, I've, like every year, learned a lot. This was a year of the snake, and my gosh, was there some shedding that happened. Not only for myself, but I feel like for many people listening to this, or many people in general. This year was big learning year for us to shed our old ways of learning, our old ways of connecting with others on a trauma bond level, learning to establish boundaries, especially when it feels difficult, right? And for me, I've learned that I need to open my heart more and allow my higher self to speak with me, because it's constantly speaking with me to tell me that everything is good, everything's gonna be fine. But I doubt myself. I let the egoic mind take over, and I began to cause worry and anxiety, even though I've already received the message from my higher self that things are happening in divine timing. I want to share a little story with you. So, back in October, mid-October, I was on my way to grab myself a nice little matcha drink. It was a week after my boyfriend and I broke up. Now, this is a man that I thought I was going to marry. There's no bad blood between us. Still have so much love for that man. But anyway, because I have so much love for that man, this breakup was a real tough one. So I was on my way to go get myself a little matcha. And I'm listening to the song by a small artist who had such a soothing voice. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I need to continue following my dreams of creating and releasing music, continue with my tortilla business, which at that point I had not launched, but it was in the works. Since then, I have launched it and it is going well. I'm very happy about that. But I was thinking in that moment the importance of filling my own cup. Because if I don't fill my own cup, how the hell am I supposed to fill someone else's? So I'm driving and I'm telling myself, well, this breakup really fucking sucks. And it's consuming my days with anxiety, fear, and sadness. I just need to remember that when I fill my cup, and as long as I have myself, everything's gonna be okay. Whether my ex comes back into my life or he moves on, regardless of the outcome, I'm going to be okay. And I can't tell you how crazy it was, because in that moment, I felt this weight lifted off my shoulders. Physically felt lighter. I don't know if there was endorphins running through my body in that moment because my mindset had switched, but I felt physically lighter. And when I felt physically lighter, almost simultaneously, a car pulls up next to me and then starts driving a little faster. And the license plate shows angel numbers 444, which is divine protection from your spirit guides. And then, so it shows 444, a heart, and then the letter initial of my first name and the letter initial of my ex-boyfriend's first name. And that's all the license plate had on it. 3, 4. So it's like 6 characters. And in California, it's 7 characters. And it was a California license plate. But it tripped me out. Because for me, my higher self loves to give me signs through license plates or things I see on the road when I am driving in particular. When I saw that, it was just confirmation for me that whatever I'm thinking is in alignment with divine timing. And I felt good. I felt like, hell yes, this is confirmation that everything's gonna be okay. So then I go and grab my matcha. And 10 minutes after that moment, guess what happened? I go right back to doubting myself. And then I start to think, well, I just need one more sign to validate that other sign. I don't really remember if I did find one more sign, but I was going back into my old ways of thinking and starting to doubt myself again. I mean, we're only human. We tend to do that, right? We tend to doubt ourselves and doubt our higher selves, doubt our intuition or guidance because we're just not used to having our hearts open to receiving messages. Sometimes I'm just so flabbergasted because I know this information, but yet I tend to fall into doubt and fear and anxiety. So yeah, that was a week after my ex and I broke up, and like I said, definitely went back into fear mode and anxiety thoughts and whatnot. After that moment, I would get signs here and there, but nothing as clear as that one that I received that day. I found myself going through TikTok tarot reader videos, going through YouTube videos from readers that I do like, and trying to find the answers that I made the right decision in this breakup. I would run across tarot readers that would say, your ex is coming back. And I would think, fuck yes. Yeah, they are. Tell me when, Sharon. Okay, Queen of Cups. Okay. I mean, some of the stuff resonated, don't get me wrong, but it is not healthy to continuously look for signs outside of yourself. I already got a fucking sign early on, and yet I was falling into self-doubt and fear once again. And you know what that is doing? That is not filling your cup. It is for sure draining the cup. So since then, after some ups and downs, I've learned to calm myself and remind myself that the answers are within us. They're within all of us. We just have to open our hearts to receiving the messages from our higher selves. Everything is happening in divine timing, and we must trust it, no matter how difficult and painful a situation is in that moment. We have to trust that everything is happening in divine timing. And if we are trying to figure out why, open our hearts and see what comes to you. See what messages your higher self is trying to tell you, because only you know the signs and synchronicities that are given to you. You don't always have to listen to Sharon on TikTok. Scroll through free yes and no readings on TikTok. Yeah. If you know, you know. Okay. Yeah, I'm that bitch. If you saw me asking questions, don't call me out. Okay. I wanted to remind you guys that we all have the answers within us. It takes a lot. We definitely have to regulate our nervous system to receive those messages. Not only receive them, but hold them in our hearts to be truth. Because if your nervous system is dysregulated, you're going to fall back into fear and doubt, which is what I did. Up until recently, I've started actively doing exercises to regulate my nervous system again through somatic therapy, going to therapy, talking to someone, which shout out girl. I fucking love my therapist. Journaling, not every day, okay? I'm not that disciplined yet, but journaling as frequently as possible. And reading, just calming the mind and not consistently consuming myself with false narratives. All right, I think you get the picture. Listen to your higher self, all right? You got this. Your higher self is talking, babes. Listen, and you will know what is true, okay? I hope wherever you are, whenever you are, that this message resonates. If you are listening to this close to the time that I upload it, I want to wish you a very happy new year. We got this. It is our year. The year of the horse is coming up, baby. And we are all stallions, just waiting to roam free in the fields. You guys take care.